Thank you very much, Mr. President. First of all, could you tell me how you feel right now as a student rep, as a student leader, for your fellow colleagues that have been shot and have been hospitalized?
At the moment, I feel very saddened to say that it was an unfortunate event that has occurred, which I have, as the leader of Student Representative Council and the 5,000 students of University of Papua New Guinea, I have never perceived to think that that would happen. And what happened yesterday was very thing that we leaders didn't even plan for. It was something that came out of nowhere and it surprised even the students and the leaders. And what we feel now is we feel very sad towards our students who got shot yesterday, and we feel that they didn't deserve to be treated that way. I mean, most of our students, they didn't deserve to be shot at. They didn't deserve to be thrown at Tiange. Said everything that has happened was of not of policemen, and their duty is to protect the citizen. And what happened yesterday was of chasing criminal, and I totally condemn the actions of police yesterday, which was not of their duty, which was not of their call. And I, as the leader of my students at the moment, I am very sad and I feel for my students, and I only pray to God that I know that they've been stable and they will recover soon, and I also know that they are a hero of our land, and they will participate in the nation building, and they are the future leaders of our country.
There's been word and rumors going around that your group, to be exact, is being funded by some outside sources. Can you confirm this?
I can bluntly say right now that never been any funding in given to the SRC, and if I welcome the whoever that was going around to accuse and give allegations of funding can check my bank account if there have been any balance in there that was funded by any sources, because I am now disappointed with the way the public has been accusing the SRC and individual as the SRC President of funding me to fight for what is right in this country. And that in itself is a disgrace to my leadership, because if I don't stand up to represent for what is right, then who will stand up? If I don't stand up for the truth, then who will stand up? Because as a leader, I feel that I have a responsibility not only towards my students, but towards the general public who doesn't know anything about the Constitution or the Act or what's going on in this country. And as an intellect and as a leader, I feel responsible, and towards that responsibility and patriotism and nationalism, I do what I am doing what I'm doing because of my love of my country, not because someone is giving me money, or not because someone of any individual on that matter. What's happening right now is pure patriotic act, and that every Papua New Guinean must have. If you love your country, if you love where you come from, you should stand up for what is right, rather than pointing fingers at people and saying that it is funded by him or her, whoever. And that is why I am very disappointed. We have to stand up for what is right and not to be influenced by any other to fight for what is right in this country.
Going back to the protest or the march that was proposed yesterday, and in light of the situation, can you brief us a little bit of what happened, and why would the police were they provoked to shoot out at you guys, at the students?
What happened yesterday was that on Monday, the Student Representative Council, we came up with a meeting with the entire student body, and we said that we've been sitting in the university for the last 5 weeks. Now we will go to the parliament, and we will have to show our members that we are in grief, but we said that we didn't get the green light from the Peace and Order, Good and Order Committee Act, so we had to travel through bus. And actually, it was not a protest march as the public has seen. Actually, we wanted to. So what's wrong with getting on a bus and going to Parliament? Is it an act of crime? Because that's what we did. And then the police stopped us, removed the keys from the bus drivers, told us to go down, And then that's where we started to confront the police. So this is the scenario. Do people carry bush knives and stones to parliament? Because the students were well dressed, trying to go to parliament to see their government do something about what they were crying for. And we were stopped by the police, they asked us to go out of the buses. So we went out of the buses unarmed, confronting the police. And then they gave us 5 minutes to go back to school. And then our med soup came and tried to arrest me. That's where the problem was. I was their leader. The med soup we tried to ask him to give us security, that we wanted to go to the parliament. So he should have provided us the security. But instead, he wanted to arrest me for telling the students to jump on a bus and go to the parliament. So I don't know where the legal error is. But what I can say right now is what happened yesterday was plain, simple act of people who didn't understand anything that is happening in this country.
At the same moment, the commissioner, the police commissioner, has gone on public, the media as well, that's saying that you have a warrant of arrest. What do you think about this? What do you have to say about this?
Yes, if there's a warrant of arrest for me out there, I am willing to go in for questioning. I am a citizen of this country. I respect the rule of law. I am abide by the rule of law, and as long as the rule of law prevails, I am protected by it as a citizen. I believe that the rule of law cannot be questioned. I will go in for questioning. Simple as that. I have given my instruction to my lawyers to look into it, and whatever advice they give me, I will follow it as long as I follow the rule of law in this country.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Apart from this, do you have any more other additional comments you would like for the media to be released?
Thank you. First of all, what happened, I will deliberate a bit on the shooting of the students. What happened was that the shooting didn't only stop at the main gate. The students were followed into the campus and shot 3 times or 4 times, even on the bus stop. And I don't know why the students were chased and shot at, because it was something that I couldn't even understand myself as a leader. Because what happened was that they chased the students away, and they should have stopped there. But they went into their rooms, into the places where the students resided. They shot at them, and the students didn't know where to run. That's why most of the students even went to Morota and these places. And all I can say is that if we continue to have these kind of things happening in this country, there's no future for PNG. We are turning into a country that will become a police state or a dictatorship, and this is a very serious issue that we are seeing. And on that note, we have almost over 40 students who got bullet wounds, and they are at the hospital, at Pom General Hospital. And I don't know how the government will explain to the parents at home and the students, because it was not an accident that happened while they were running away. It is a bullet wound which could have been avoided if the police didn't use live arms to shoot at the students. I don't know who can we blame, either the police or the government or the people responsible, because the bullet wounds can be avoided if they use a different measure to remove the students from going into the parliament. So that's where my biggest disappointment come into play. What is the mechanism the police can use to remove people from protesting or assembling? The other thing is I call upon the public and NGOs, National Academic Staff Association, National Doctors Association, the aviation group, the public servants, the people. I am calling upon the public as a whole that what has happened yesterday cannot go down easy. It is unacceptable. For PNG to function as a democratic, independent state, we need the rule of law to prevail. We need independency in our agencies and systems, like the police department, the electoral commission, the ombudsman commission. What we are seeing is a total manipulation being made, and that's where we are being intimidated and threatened every time when we try to air the views of the public, and which is the truth. And I still stand on the truth without fear or favor, and I'm still calling upon the public to support, and in ways that you feel that it's important to raise the view for our Prime Minister to step down, and that we are still standing on it. And as the leader of my students, I know that a lot of people have come up with allegations that most students are trying to go back to class, and the minorities has been doing it. But if you would come to the campus, you will witness that the majority of the students are in support of what we are doing, because they are not as stupid. They are intellectual group of people who understand the economy and the rule of law in this country. Why would an intellectual group of people ignore the fact that this country is going down the drain? They are standing up for what is right, and I want to express my disappointment that this minority group of people going around telling the public that there are minority group of people doing it, who are doing it in the campus. I want to say that is a total lie. And what's happening right now, it's not because of Kenneth Rapa or the SRC Council or any individual on that matter. It's the students' voice that has been raised. And I, as their leader, I am only representing their voice.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. One last question, and that's it. We have word that some of the students at the hospital are in very critical condition. If an unfortunate action or an event should occur, what action will you take?
Sorry, can you?
That's okay.
Do you have the question again?
What I'm saying is that if one of the students, if one of the students should happen to, they're in critical condition, so one probably happen to. We're not saying they will, if an unfortunate occurs. What is your action?
We know that we are in support the people of people are giving us support already to provide us free medical attention and all that. So whatever happens, we know that this will not go. We will not go stop. Even the people who got the bullet wounds, we will not stop. We will see. As their leader, I am willing to represent them in court for what has happened, and that's what we'll do. We will not only do it for the critical people who are in critical condition, but every individual person who's been wounded and affected. I will represent them fully in the court of law, and let the court decide what can happen.
So when you say represent, you mean that if they go into medical attention, if they need anything, you will assist as a student leader?
Yes.
Now, were you injured in the shootout?
In the shootout, I think I exhausted myself while breathing full of tear gas, which got me suffocated, and I fell down, and I bumped my knee into a stone, which I'm now limping around. But I think thank God I didn't got any bullet. I believe that because of my truth standing and wise decision, God has saved my life. And on that note, I want to thank our good Creator for preserving my life. And I believe that we as student leaders, we have a lot of things to do in this country. That's why God is giving us this second chance to do more. And we have all the footage of what happened last time on our SD card here, thanks to our media men who got shot right on the side of the lungs, which is in critical condition right now. But the policemen, they took the camera away from me, but he managed to remove the SD card while he was being shot at. So he was one of the heroes of what happened yesterday. And we have the full coverage of 16 gigabytes of videos here. The public will view it. They will have to judge it, and they will have to see it. And I am not gonna hide away or hide under any curtain to give out media statements. Only we have the full facts here. Let the public see and let them decide who is at fault. Thank you.
Thank you very much.